Welcome back, everybody. Lesson 3 of our series. This week, we'll be training the outside blocks and the inside blocks, the famous circle block, and different concepts concerning blocking. In the first 2 lessons we've done already, hopefully you've already looked at them. I'm going to link them here. We've been training high blocks and low blocks. We learned a kata. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the middle blocks, inside and outside. So from a stationary position, here is an inside block. Let's start with that inside block position. We cross the arm underneath, and then we turn out the hips like this. We're covering the middle part of our body. Let's go ahead and do 10 alternating each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next is the outside block. It comes from the outside of the body like this. We're going to go ahead and start in that outside block position. We're going to extend that hand. We're going to load the other hand up for the next block. And then when we execute that block, we're going to pull the other hand in as we're pulling something towards us, and we turn our hips. Let's do 10 alternating to get some practice in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's put them together. We call it a circle block. We do an outside block followed by an inside block. So let's put our hand out in that position. And now what we're going to do is, without loading for that outside block, we're just going to parry with the close hand and then execute that inside block. Again, we turn the hips on that inside block. We cross and then finish with the inside block. We push and then do the inside block. Push. Let's do 10 alternating each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's get our partner in here, and we're going to work on that circle block. Our partner is going to feed us with punches. We're going to go ahead and parry that outside block and then execute the inside block. Let's do that for a count of 10. And then you will feed your partner with punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now to modify this, you can open your hands while blocking. Keep your fingers together so that you don't injure them when you're blocking. You can do the parry with an open hand strike, our open hand block here, but you can also do the inside block with an open hand like this. This allows you to grab to control the arm. Now let's add a punch after the block. Everything stays the same, but you're going to go ahead and add a punch after the circle block. So we're going to block and then punch. Block and then punch. Block, punch. Block, punch. Block, punch. Let's do 10 to practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another option is to control the arm with the free hand rather than punching. There's two ways we do this. You can press the arm to the center line, or you can grab onto the arm to control. So we're gonna do here and then we'll underhook here. This is really good for dealing with weapons. You may need to control that weapon arm. Again. Another variation is against swinging punches like hook punches and haymakers. The difference is that you're going to do a high block and then the inside block. A high block and then the inside block. High block, then inside block. So this circle block is really good for defending against high line and midline attacks that come from about here and up. We need to change things up a bit when we do blocks for the low line. This is good for body punches like uppercuts and stuff like that, close-in punches, but also low-line knife attacks. There's two different versions, straight in and swinging. The straight in version looks like this. I block, and then I do my other low line. Block, low line. From a swinging strike, I'm gonna do that actual low block, and then I'm gonna come and do that other low block across my body. So I block, and then I come across. Block, and come across. I'm moving out of the line of fire too, making sure that I keep my body away from those attacks. The great thing about everything we've done today is that these techniques and concepts are not just in karate, but in many different arts. For example, Filipino martial arts do these techniques all of the time. They call them hubuds, or hubud is the term, and they do a lot of very similar type of stuff. To finish up lesson 3, I want to talk about the idea of striking. One of my mentors in martial arts, Hak Hakan, says that there's only really 4 ways to strike. We're going to strike straight in, we can strike with a swinging punch, and then also with those two, we can hit and retract, or we would have a committed lunge attack. We've touched on straight in and swinging strikes, but I want to explain the hit and retracts versus the committed attacks. Hit and retract strikes are like jabs. They come in quick and they get out even quicker. The committed attacks are the big, powerful shots to take you out. Untrained people are probably going to throw fully committed attacks. They want that one punch knockout. The techniques and concepts that we've done in this video really only work against the committed attacks. The hit and retract strikes are just too quick to perform multiple techniques. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do multiple things against these quick hit and retract strikes. Against these strikes, evading and counter striking works much, much better. You may be able to even quickly parry in order to come up with a counter strike as well. Think of boxing. All of these take timing and distance to get really good at. So you need to practice them a lot with on your own and then with a partner. That's it for lesson 3. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something today. Please go ahead and continue to practice, but also before you do that, like and subscribe if you haven't already done it. The next lesson will be learning various different kicks. I hope to see you then.